A struggle between good and evil that lasted for years and centuries. And when we finally managed to reach peace, they wouldn't leave evil alone and went back to mischief again, making it lash out at everyone. The movie Nezha, or Nezha, whatever you want to call it. It's not just an animated film full of action, Chinese mythology, and the mention of good and evil. Sit back and watch the previous part if you haven't already, since it's directly linked to what I just mentioned. It's on the right or left, based on your YouTube language. Just subscribe instead of watching for free, otherwise there won't be views or subscribers. So, what are we waiting for? Let's start the story. The story continues with someone narrating the events of the previous part, explaining that the power of Lulu al-Sama was split into two, the power of good and the power of evil. And all the events from the last part happened because of that. Evil entered Nezha in Chinese, and good entered Gubing. Nezha was meant to be destroyed in 3 years, but became friends with his brother Gubing. That's funny. They overcame the wrath of the heavens, and Nezha survived. However, Nezha and Gubing sacrificed themselves and were trapped in the pearl. If you were planning to get to this point, you should go back and watch the first part. So, I don't need to spoil it for you anymore. Or actually, go ahead, watch it anyway, Gubing. The story goes on with Tai saying Nezha and Gubing's souls will die without bodies. Tai then makes them new bodies, God forgive me, with the help of the villagers. And it's his pig that forms the material used to create their bodies, so that it looks just like before. And he really does it with high precision, making it an exact copy. But Nezha asks him why it has to be an exact copy. Don't make me strong and muscular, make me slim and handsome. I don't want to look so serious and mature. All companions are present in the story's key year. At that time, the pig grabs an Alexandrian guy and gives him tools, saying, "Sculpting is better for you." As for me, why should I sculpt? I'm a butcher, this is my job. I'm a master. Since Niga is red and can't sculpt, he makes a body from 2 plants and tells the pig, "Sorry, I want my little brother in this body instead." All right, they return their souls to their bodies again, but it will still take some time for the souls to settle into the bodies, to dry out and all that, so don't worry about it. So what's important? The issue is Shenju. The problem is that Shen Junbao attacked the kingdom to stop Nezha from returning, and he's succeeding because their return would destroy his body. He must stop this operation. One day he opened gates, releasing monsters from hell with a weapon taken from dragons who served him. Obviously monsters from hell. What can Shen Junbang do against a few soldiers? Soldiers aren't a big deal. He'll crush them. After a big battle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, boom. He reaches Tai, Nezha, and Gubing, who are protected by a shield. Bao tries to break it, hitting all sides until he strikes a critical spot. But, of course, it's no use, right? Tai enjoys the situation and taunts, "You can't hurt me, hit me if you can." Bao then uses his weapon to open a portal, releasing 3 giant trains. Tai ends up hitting himself for no reason. They're smashing the shield on Tai, Niga, and Gobing's heads, making Tai laugh and mock the shop. The problem is that at the last moment, Gubing withdrew from the operation and used his limited power to shield Niga and Tai from the dragons. As a result, Niga's body became whole, but Gobing's body collapsed from the intense effort. He couldn't return in a new body, so his soul would die. But I wondered, why doesn't Tai make him one? Let me tell you, no, it wouldn't work, because you need the Lotus Jewel or whatever it's called. The Stenfus used up all its power this time, and there isn't another jewel anyway. So, since there's no other jewel, Gobing's soul can't survive, so they let him go. Nezha shares his body with him because they're both from the same pearl, so the body won't resist them being together. But that was only a temporary solution for 7 days, and it has to be within those 7 days. Dai-Tai has to go to the Supreme Lord tonight and beg him to give him a repair elixir to fix the Lotus Pearl and make a new body for Gubing instead of this comedic outfit. He stayed here with his friends. That Guba increased himself, and the Dragon Lord. When they found out that Bing was injured, they were upset because he was their follower, and they didn't want him to get hurt in the first place, and they didn't even want you to kill him. The Supreme Lord refuses to give Tai a restoration elixir to save Gubing for the Dragon Clan, who are already outcasts. Their only option is to get the elixir from the Supreme Lord himself. He holds a competition for his top dragons, offering any request to the winner. As expected, Nejab enters, wins, and obtains the restoration elixir to save his brother who sacrificed himself. When his brother wakes, he'll understand the situation. Nezha begins his journey with Tai after bidding farewell to his parents, who accompanied him partway. He trains with Tai and Gubing to master his power and control his body. And of course, things got really tough. I'm telling you, I became like 1 foot in one body and I kept bumping into the wall. What's wrong with you? The 2 of them are controlling one body, man, so Gubing can know how to control the body. Tai gives Nejab pills to make him sleep, then continues training with Gubing. Tai and Gubing, still in Nejabi's body, reach Mount Kunalun. So what's up with you? Anyway, the important thing is that there's a kind of gate that will allow them to participate in the competition, and there are quite a lot of participants, because the winner will ask to become immortal. Like maybe Omar could ask to become immortal. The key with Friends is that Tai uses the opportunity in Najabi's body and meets Wheelange, a respected master. I might have mispronounced his name, but he swears by Yassini, and my tongue is fine. The important thing with Friends is that this man is the leader of the Devil's Friend team, and if you're wondering who they are, they're one of the strongest teams. It was described as traveling the world, capturing corrupt devils. Tai tells Wheelange that Ninja will join the competition and is the group's father. Wheelange is happy with Gubing for being calm and respectful. Suddenly, Ninja's uncle wakes up and regains control of his body. And one day, he took off his pants and went to pee. So Tai caught up with him and told him, "Go to the bathroom, man." Then Wheelange went with him to show him where the bathroom was. But he steps on her dress and accidentally tears it. So she tells him she'll go put on another dress. And at that moment, she describes where the bathroom is. He goes alone, returns, and talks with Zayn al-Rai, then goes to the council. Wheelange serves drinks and says he needs 6 months just to fill one bottle of that drink, but today Tai's lucky. There's a full one. My first thought is that Niga Tartar's in it. Why would anyone even want a full bottle? What? Listen, this stuff is strong. After Tai says it and spits it out, he drinks it and begins his training, planning to hunt a demon. He sends a message and argues with Tai, so he can decide whether Niga is ready to enter the competition or not. Shen trains for hours. Niga's father asks him to send people for medicine to save lives, even though Shen doesn't fully understand. So in short, Obinga's father and his companions have surrounded the city, and he assigns Shen to make sure that no one goes in or out until Obinga wakes up. Of course, the medicine ran out and people can't find any medicine, but Shen is refusing to let anyone leave the city. We see a young leopard, Xiao Bao, fleeing hyenas and running to Shen. He turns out to be Shen's younger brother, whom he hasn't seen in years. Shen is his life role model, and to him, the best person in the world. Anyway, the important thing is that Xiao Bao came to Shen because Shen had told him to. But Shen told him that he's still not ready and needs a few more years of training. Before Xiao Bao and his friends leave, he asks Shen why he's attacking the city. Shen hesitates, unsure how to respond. Abu Nezha helps by telling Xiao Bao about bandits attacking the city, and that Shen came to protect them. After Xiao Bao leaves, Shen thanks Abu Nezha, and he decides that he should bring them the medicine. Because at the end of the day, Shen isn't a bad person. He's doing the right thing, but from Azrak's point of view, it's wrong. Nezha, Otai, and the governor visit Devil's Village, sending Nezha alone as a test. Nezha takes pills, and with Obing in control, things go well, scaring the devil. Suddenly, Nezha snaps, tells them to back off, causing confusion and a fight, which the devil wins. When Nezha tries to add pills to the village food, he eats all the food himself instead. Back in the body again. With Obing, the devil returns and beats them both, forcing them to team up against him. However, the devil humiliates them, knocks Nezha out, and Obing takes over the body to defeat the devil. And thank God they finally defeat him. Nezha tries to arrest the devil again, but takes a sleeping pill. So Obing ends up handling the situation after a tough fight with the very strong devil. Obing is beaten and nearly killed, but cuts off his own arm. The governor and Tai arrive, and Obing is told, "I wasn't going to kill you. You didn't need to lose your arm. It was just an arrest. Now you'll train at the Immortal's Palace." When the devil hears this, he and his followers surrender and bow to the governor, recognizing he is not evil. And then we see Xiao Bao attacking the governor and his men, because that devil is actually Xiao Bao's father, Shen. The governor shoots an arrow at Xiao Bao to kill him, but his father jumps in and is hit instead. Before the governor can shoot again, Xiao Bao's father uses his last strength to move quickly. The father, to protect Xiao Bao, is already dying, so he has nothing left to lose. But the governor is still after them and swears to kill him. So Xiao Bao's father tells him to run before the governor shoots. As the second arrow is about to be shot, Bing arrives and convinces the governor he was only protecting his father. So the governor lets him escape. After his father was killed, Shini is with Niga's grandfather after being invited for lunch when Xiao Bao enters, injured, and says, "Our father was attacked and his hands were cut off." He dies. Shini asks, "Who did this?" Xiao Bao replies, "Niga," then passes out. It looks like Shini has bad intentions after what happened to his father, even though Niga did nothing wrong. Niga still has some time. The final test is defeating the last demon, the Queen of Demons, Shiji. He hears about a disaster in his father's city, so Nezha and Tai rush there to find it destroyed. I don't need to tell you who did this. Shen turned it into hell, burning everyone to ashes. No one survived. Not even Nezha's father survived. Then the governor comes with Wen Yinga to investigate the incident. Who did this? All evidence points to the Dragon Lord and the exiled dragons. Nezha says, "I swear I won't leave them alone." And Wen Yinga adds, "I'm going to destroy them too. I'll explain my actions. They wiped out an entire city." Nezha goes first, swiftly defeats Shiji, and kills her with enough power to destroy the whole mountain alone. After defeating 3 demons, he regains immortality and can take anything from the Supreme Lord's treasury. He picks the elixir of restoration, restores the Lotus Jewel, and starts reviving Gubing. Nezha goes back to his city and to his father and mother, along with Wen, escaping from the Dragon Lord and the dragons themselves, even though they didn't really do anything except watch while the city was destroyed. Anyway, after that, they go down and start fighting each other in a brand new battle. Nezha is so furious that no one can stop him, despite Lianga and his soldiers standing in his way, because they think the dragons are the ones who did this too. I don't need to tell you what the fight is like. These are masters going at each other, a real brawl between friends that doesn't end. The battle kept going until, when they managed to lock up all the dragons in the dragon pit, it's an endless punishment for their actions after Nezha took revenge. He stands staring into nothing, recalling memories of his parents, until he finds Taiyo the giant. Nezha and their parents, whose survival will be explained later, gathered together. At that moment, he bursts into tears in their arms in a very emotional scene, and that's when we find out what happened. After Xiaobao died in his brother's arms, and they learned of their father's death. We saw some strange-looking dragons attack them, but the dragons led by Shen fought back against them. After they destroyed it, we learned the dragon was Wei Liang's son.
The boy we found out.
That they weren't good or anything, and in reality, he just wanted to destroy. Just the Dragon Master, nothing more. So, what happened? When Wei Liang went to the city, Wu Shen hid behind the dragons. The Dragon Master's followers rebelled and obeyed Wei Liang, and that's unexpected. He freed them instead of leaving them imprisoned for millennia, then helped open Hell's gates on the city, burning it and its people, as Shen took Abu Who would protect them like that? Why? Wei Liang? He did all this just to blame and easily imprison the Lord of Dragons, fooling us all along with that short, bald man. He became like the other demons Nezha caught. William frames and arrests anyone he dislikes, then pretends he's self-sacrificing and battling dragons. After saving Nezha's mother's father, let's return to the present. Though shocked by the truth, life is about companionship with God and accepting what comes. William commands millions of loyal Saudis who obey him without question, making it impossible for them to betray him. Tai, Nezha's parents, and Obinji have to fight alone, so they attack the soldiers while Nezha says, "That's the short, bald guy who destroyed my city." And Jay attacks him with all his strength in a huge battle. Honestly, it's intense. And when the battle heats up between Nezha and Obinji, and between the traitorous dragons and Nezha, Jay copies Muhammad Ramadan's move from El Ostura with SML Nemr and fills the area with smoke. With the transformation amulet, one disguises himself. Jay attacks the other, causing confusion. Amid smoke, Jay strikes, realizing he hit his real friend. The disguised Nezha then emerges from the smoke. He quickly says, "Sabak Laban Tabar Hindi," tells the other guy it's the password. So the other guy believes him and starts beating up the real one with that cleaning. There isn't even a password in the first place. As long as you say anything and claim it's the password, that means you're Mohi. It's obvious. After much fighting, Wei Liang arrives, immobilizes Bing, Nezha, and Abu Nezha with a curse, and throws them into a solution with the Dragon Master so they all burn together. There's no hope left. Anyone who lives spends their time meditating so they can live as long as possible. Wei Liang messages himself to tell Nezha his power is great and it would be a waste for him to die. He offers a pill to erase his memory and join him instead. In return, he and his parents will live. As Nezha is about to take the pill, his mother throws it into the fire, preventing him from sacrificing himself and saving them. In a tragic moment, she dies, and Nezha, enraged, transforms into the big Nezha. The collar from before, the one without the ring, suddenly lifts Nezha's curse, allowing him to move. The director amplifies the power of love and friendship, making it explosive, even covering the pot like it's not stainless steel. Then they defeat Lianga and his soldiers, since Nezha becomes invincible at full power, which I don't understand. So why wait until all this action happens? I mean, did you have to wait for your mother to die to do that? There's a battle that doesn't even need to happen, but I'll tell you, it's really intense. He just keeps putting up with me, and every now and then there's another big battle, a really awesome battle. I mean, the battle is actually great, but in the end, after they beat up Liang so much, she takes him and escapes after the fight. Literally. As for the others, they go back to hiding in the depths of the ocean again, because it's Liang. The masters keep bothering them, but Obing leaves his father to join Nezha and defend harmless demons like Shaoba, Shen, and their fathers from the masters. And in the last scene, we see Liang, whose face is all beaten up, sneaking secretly into his palace. We find out that Shen isn't even dead, and that Liang actually imprisoned him. And not only that, his father isn't dead either, and is imprisoned next to him so he can use him to bargain with Shen, that if he agrees to work under Liang's orders and become his servant, he'll let his father live. The same offer he made to Hu. Nezha leaves his watch to think it over and returns later, but forgets the prison scene. We never learn if Shen agreed. That's the story, folks, and that's the end.